While doing an oil change on this last week, I accidentally cross-threaded the drain plug bolt in the pan, gacked up the threads, and now it's leaking, so I gotta fix that. This is a British car and it leaks, but I don't want it to leak, so I'm gonna fix it. So that's the drip from the oil pan. That's the drain plug right there, the offending one. That's gotta get replaced. I have a repair kit for it from TIME-SERT. It's an M14 by 1.5 thread repair kit. So here's the drain plug. I just pulled it out. Look at that. Look at those threads. They just came straight out on that thing. So those are some threads that are no longer in the car. Cool, right? This is why I need to drill, tap, and replace threads in the aluminum oil pan. This happened, I believe, because I just got it cross-threaded, and damage actually happened a while ago. So this would have been the last oil change. Not the one last week, but the one before that. Yeah. So I was incorrect, and I bought the wrong thread repair kit. I bought an M14 by 1.5, and it's actually an M12 by 1.5, so go me. I'm just gonna let the car drain for a while then and go order a new kit. A couple of days later, I have a new kit from Time. Again, drill, counter bore, tap, install tool. Take a good look at the janked up threads. That might work. That might do the deal. So Time recommends using a tap handle for the drill and other things. Going. Oh man, that's a bitch. Well, maybe that guy's just not gonna do jack over shit for me. No, it is cutting pretty nicely. These chips are coming out to be nice. Fortunately, I don't have to go in too deep. We are officially through. The pan itself is only about 1/4 inch thick. The next step is cutting a seat with this tool. This tool. I'm just sending this in. Not too worried about it. It's only so deep that it can go. This is probably the one part of the operation I might feel safe sending it with a drill, or just don't do what I do. So I have this funky Motion Pro torque adapter that I think might work to get me the swing I need. Oh, maybe yes. Boring footage on the planet, but I don't care. So I think we're good to tap that bitch. We have cut a new seat with the thread cutter, with the seat cutter. So this is the seat cutter. You can only cut down so far because of the way that it has that step by the cutting tooth. Sending it with a drill carefully, not necessarily recommended, but it got through a large chunk of the cutting that I needed to do. This wouldn't be a project without buying tools. All right, these aren't going to be the ideal tap wrench solution, but this is what I could get at the last minute. So yeah, fun. This may be a bit jank, and I don't care. I'm gonna tap that. I'm gonna tap it hard. I can run to the hardware store and I got me a tap. I got me a tap guide. Keep my tap straight in the hole. Not a statement I'm used to saying. Question is, do you hold it by the base? Do you tickle it by the balls? Looks like I've got threads in there. And so back in my days of doing Miata turbo kits, one of the tricks I used to use to get swarf was to get some grease on a Q-tip and just swab it in. Pick up some of the glittery bits. Look at all that shit we're pulling out. A slightly bigger one. Oh yeah. Good times. That should be good enough for government work. Now we get to install one of these bad boys. That's the insertion tool. Thready thing goes here, tool goes here. We'll get this prepared. All right, so instructions say to put a little dab of oil onto the threads. We thread the threader, we thread threads onto the thready tool. All right, that's all we get. So the instructions say to thread the insert onto the installation tool until it stops, which is about there. And then for me, I have this Loctite because I never want this mofo to come out. Loctite 266, and it is high temperature permanent Loctite. Go up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit, which, yeah, that should be enough. I just do not want this thing to leak or to come out. Wipe up some of the oil that's in there. One last time. One last time. Oh wow, what's in there? Okay, so the idea is the install tool will thread this into the new threads we've created, and then it'll get tight, and we continue on, because what it's doing is pushing out some of the metal in the thread insert itself and locking it into the softer aluminum oil pan, which is why they want you to move up the threads. It's supposed to go until it gets easy, which it kind of is now. Oh, it's not bad. So that's loosened up. And yeah, we now have new threads. I have some concerns. I don't feel like it's deep enough. There's a bit of a lip. I may end up having to use like a rubber or fiber washer. It's not thrilling to use that, but downside is the drain plug I have is magnetic, so it wants to cross thread immediately, but that threads in. I think this might be a winner. I think this might have fucking worked. Drain plug's in, I have a copper gasket on it. I tightened it down a little bit, not over cranking on it, didn't torque it to spec yet. I'm gonna wait overnight for the thread locker to cure. In the meantime, I will be able to see if it has more significant leaks, because there's still enough oil in the pan that it will leak. But if it doesn't leak, I'll be happy. I'll throw a little bit of oil into it tomorrow and call it good.